Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Hartley with Action Coach. What needs to pivot in my business, kickstart your day, get you refocused, because business is changing daily right now. Well, good day everyone. I am Dr. Michael Hartley, a non-medical type of doctor. I operate on business, and this morning we're focused on what needs to pivot with you. What needs to pivot in your own mindset, what needs to shift and grow as an individual. And we simply start with what we call the success to life kind of formula, which is dreams, goals, learn, plan, and then act. So if you don't have massive dreams, if you don't have dreams set aside that are going to push you and motivate you towards what you desire to have, you're not dreaming big enough. And what I'll share with you here too is one of the things I learned early on from one of my own mentors was the fact that dreams are a phenomenal way to weed out the morons in your life. Because when you begin to share your massive dreams, where you desire for life to actually get to, when you start sharing that with those around you, you start to realize who is there to push you towards it and who's there to pull you away from it. And what I'll share with you in my own life is, as I started to do that, I started recognizing certain individuals that were really close friends that honestly were okay with just kind of plateauing in life. And because they were okay with plateauing in life, when I started sharing where I desired to get to, it was, oh yeah, that's a pipe dream. Oh yeah, I mean, that's cool to think about. It's not really accomplishable. You can't go achieve it. And I started having that hard conversation with myself of going, these are really good friends, and yet I may need to put myself into a different sphere, a different circle, different influences of people into my life. Your dreams are yours. They are not mine. They are not anyone else's. They are yours. They are yours to declare. They are yours to help say, this is what I truly desire to go get. Most individuals overestimate what can be done in a single year and underestimate what can be done in 10. So when you think 10 years into the future, when you think 20 years into the future, which most people never do, think about what you truly desire to have, because 10 years from now, life can be very different. If you think 10 years ago, in 2010, how old were you? What was life back then? I was having a conversation with a client just this past week around this topic, and his answer was mind-blowing to me. It was something I didn't anticipate, and it started causing him an emotional response because 10 years ago, he was in jail. He served over a year in prison, something I had no idea about. And looking at the man he is today, the person he is, the individual he is today, never in a million years would I've ever guessed the trouble and things that he put himself in 10 years ago. And so when you think about the progress you've made in 10 years, think about this. If high school, kinder through 12th, if you showed up on your senior year in 12th grade and everyone in your class was a second grader, think about the massive changes you have had since you were a second grader. Well, clearly you'd look around the room and this is crazy, right? I'm not in these are not the same people that I'm supposed to be in school with. And yet for some reason when we get to adulthood, we think that, well, this is just who I am for the rest of my life. And that's unfortunate the case for a lot of individuals. My encouragement to you is that should not be the case. Dream big, think where do you actually desire to be, and in 10 years, guess what? It's very achievable to go get it. It may not be achievable in 1 or 2 years. 10 years, a lot can change. And you should have proven that to yourself. Most likely you have proven that to yourself when you look back, especially early on. So dream big. Then set goals or milestones along the way to accomplish those dreams. And okay, I must be here by a certain date to make sure I'm on track to get to the end dream and those kind of things. And then we got to go learn a whole bunch of stuff. A dream that you already know how to accomplish is not a dream. It is a to-do item. And so to properly dream, we have to go learn a whole bunch of stuff. And then we get to go, once we've learned it, Now we can create proper plans and then go take the proper action consistently over and over to get you to where you desire to be. Dreams, goals, learn, plan, and act. It's the base foundational formula. You see, what needs to pivot is you. A new goal doesn't matter without a new mind. A new plan doesn't matter without a new mind. You must pivot. Your mindset must change, because this is one of the biggest reasons why those that win the lottery, multi-millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, statistically, the majority go broke. The majority go bankrupt. Because when they receive that money, they didn't have the right mindset to be a millionaire. And so focusing on the dreams you desire to have that you are going to work your way towards achieving is then about going, okay, who is the person I must be by the time I get there? Who is the person I must be to have that type of life? And whatever that is. For some, it's monetary. For some, it's money. I have a client who his phrase is, give me all the monies. Like, that's what his is. I have another client whose business plateaued because they were too focused on money and they had a negative mindset towards it. And so we shifted towards, okay, for them, it was actually about giving back. Well, how much do you desire to give back to church or to charity? And as soon as that mindset shifted into that, their business stopped plateauing. It started to grow again. They got back into growth mode because for them, it needed to not be about themselves. For some, it's about their kids, for your grandkids. So, for the kids you don't even have yet, giving them a lifestyle that maybe you didn't have. So whatever drives you is going to be what drives you. And that's perfectly perfect because it is for you. Now, the key thing is that it should motivate you towards a growth point. So what in your own mindset and who you are needs to shift to be prepared to have the life and the business that you're building to go get. This is why coaching is so important, because coaching is not necessarily coaching you to be the business owner, the CEO for today's business. Proper coaching is building you to be the CEO of the business you're going to go build, you're going to achieve in the near to long-term future, depending on the pace at which you're moving. You see, when we talk about vector, the vector of your business, it's direction plus velocity. And then you add mass in there. So you have direction, the dream, the goals give us that direction. Then the velocity is the speed at which we're going to get there by the momentum that we build through movement and actions. And then mass is the quantity of action items and focuses you have. An individual who has one focus every single day, one focus a month, will go at a different pace than an individual that has 5 different criteria that they are working on in parallel. You work in linear fashion or work in parallel. That is up to you. That's why the term velocity and mass is there. How much and how fast you can work down that path will then determine how quickly you achieve some of the dreams that you should be having on your dream board and things like that. So as we go along this process, it's really easy as a business owner to find yourself extremely stressed. And every business owner eventually has this moment. Some it's early on, some it's later. You will eventually have moments where you're like, oh, man, this is just not what I intended for it to be. So number 1 is keep only cheerful friends. Keep those that are going to lift you up. Keep those that are going to push you towards your goals. Remove those that pull you down or are always unhappy or pissed off about something or whatever that may be. Surround yourself with people who will help build your mindset and who you are. Number 2, keep learning. Learn more about the computer, crafts, gardening, whatever you need to do, whatever you like to have, whatever areas in life that you need to increase upon or grow in, anything in business mindset that you may not understand right now. It's working towards understanding. There are 4 levels of learning. We did that in a previous week's video, so you can go back and watch that one. Learn. Be the constant student, the forever learner. Number 3, enjoy the simple things in life. Keep things simple. Enjoy what those simple kind of things are. Enjoy the fact that, okay, we're going to go for a walk today. great. Or I get to watch my favorite TV show is on today. Whatever those simple things are, like for some it's a glass of wine, for some it's a simple vacation that may need to be done a little bit more safely today, things like that. What are those simple things that are just there that you, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna pause and just enjoy this for the moment. Be present. Number 4, laugh often, laugh long, laugh loud. Laugh until like your stomach hurts. Those belly kind of laughs that like you only have every once in a while. Enjoy life to the point where you are laughing all the time. I'm not here to be rude. I've actually been told by an individual that when you tell people they should smile more, it's rude. I don't intend to be rude. There are chemical things that go through your body when you smile more, when you laugh more often. So how can you enjoy life more to where you're laughing more often? Tears happen, right? Stressors and negative things in life happen. It's not about ignoring them. They're going to happen. So grieve as necessary when those kind of things happen. And then realize that that was a chapter or a moment in life. And now we are able to continue to move past it. So when you find yourselves in those moments, again, be present and go, this is healthy for me to grieve. It's healthy for me to have tears. It's healthy for me to have feelings and emotion. Be present in the moment and then work through it. Because as it states here, as I put it here, the only person who is with you your entire life is going to be you. So be alive, live, be present. Number 6, surround yourself with what you love. Hobbies, people, entertainment, learning, whatever those things are. Concerts, when it's safe to go back out and do those, or sporting events, or whatever that may be. Getting out on the water. Surround yourself with things that you love, that give you energy every single day. Number 7, cherish your health. If it is good, preserve it. If it's unstable, improve it. If it is beyond what you can improve, then get others to help guide you and help with it. Cherish your health. Make sure that you are doing things that give yourself, your body energy, not just your mind, but physically. Stay healthy. Don't take guilt trips. Don't should yourself to death. There will always be better ways that you could have done things, and just go, okay, what did I learn from it and how can I make it better the next time? Don't take guilt trips. Go on vacations. Go visit things that you've never done before. Do it in a healthy, safe way. Make sure that you are putting yourself in environments and in situations that will, again, drive you towards what you desire to have. Identify what are those things in life that I have not experienced yet that I desire to experience. Life is an experience. And so focus on what are those experiences in life that I've never had that I desire to have. There are some things that you can do in New York that I never even knew existed in the world. And I had some friends who went there. This was like a couple years ago now. And they're like, man, it's the most bizarre experience you'll ever have. I'm like, I've never had that experience before. Maybe I should go try it. It is crazy what the mind can create. So go figure out what you desire to have. For some, it's about just getting out into, the open space and taking an RV somewhere. Great, go do it. Whatever that is for you. Dedicate time towards those things. Life is not all about work and staying busy. Life is about living. And so when you are a business owner, understanding the stressors and the stresses that will happen, these kind of things become critical, to dedicate time towards these. Number 9, tell the people you love that you love them at every opportunity. Make sure that you dedicate time for the people you love and make sure you tell them that you love them. And there are different types of love. It's not necessarily that the relational, familial, partner kind of love. There is friend love as well. Like there are different types of love that you can have for individuals. There's a difference between loving someone and being in love with somebody, as an example. And so make sure you share with those people that matter to you, that they matter to you. And number 10, focus on what matters to you and what you can control. If you had to write down a list of all the things that matter to you most, and then you had to circle the ones that you can actually control, go focus on those things. Like what matters to me is that my parents remain healthy. Unfortunately, it's not something I can control. So it's something that matters to me that I'm unable to control. So I'm not going to go focus and worry about it all the time. I can have conversations and stuff like that with them, but I'm not going to go allow that to be the main focus of every day of my life. Where things matter and where that overlaps with things I can control, that becomes the focus. So wherever you're taking notes, you should have at least a few things now that you are going to go shift your focus and pivot your focus towards, because having a business should give you more life. It should not suck life out of you. Owning a business should give you more life. And so begin focusing on what that life you want your business to give you actually looks like. I'm Dr. Michael Hartley. The most important conversations you will ever have is the conversation you have with yourself about yourself when you are by yourself. We are our own worst critics. So be cautious and be intentional with the conversations you have with yourself about yourself when you're by yourself. If you're not connected with me, get connected. Put into the comments or the chat the number one takeaway you took from today, and most importantly, the number one action you're taking from it. Bye for now, y'all. Make it a great rest of your day.